Bum, bum, bum. What's going on, team? It's Ricky here with TechBud Solutions. And tomorrow, which is going to be not just Valentine's Day, but maybe even something more important, just don't tell your girlfriend about it. And it's the CPI data report. So the CPI data report is going to be released tomorrow, 1 hour before the market opens. For those that are unaware, that is at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. It's at 6:30 a.m. Arizona time for those that are following me here in the Arizona time zone. One of the things that I want to remind you is that this is probably one of the single most important reports in the month of February. Let me go ahead and explain very, very quickly. But before we even do that, one of the things that I want to remind you is, again, I am intending to live stream the CPI data report tomorrow. All I ask you to do is to drop a thumbs up and subscribe. That is all. I just want to make sure enough people show up, so I'm looking for over 2,000 likes. As long as you get this video to over 2,000 likes 1 hour before that CPI data report, which is at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, I'm going to host a live stream 10 minutes before the actual CPI data report. We'll talk about how to prepare, right? Reducing the position size, staying light, making sure that we're aware of what the market expectation is. And then once the market reacts, not afraid to trade the reaction of it, right? But again, our job is not to predict, our job is to prepare. So this is why we talk about making sure that you prepare in advance. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to send me a direct message via Discord or via Instagram. That's the first or third link down below. But again, if you want me to host that free live stream here on YouTube, then all I literally ask you to do is drop a thumbs up, subscribe, and most importantly, turn on your post notifications, because if you do subscribe but you don't turn them on, YouTube will not notify you when I actually go live. So I just want to make sure that you don't miss out on that. But overall, just wanted to recap the overall trade. Very simple setup on TQQQ today. It's been making higher highs, higher lows. I really began to step on the gas as we continue to show signs of progress on this 5-minute time frame. It's a beautiful reversal during our live trading session today. You might be asking, Ricky, how did you know that this thing was going to go up? First off, I never know, right? I can't predict the future. Surprise, surprise, I don't have a crystal ball. But one of the things is we prepare, right? And we wait for confirmation. I trade live every morning with my Learn Plan Profit group. And one of the things that we talked about today is right at market open, this is where we were trading at this critical point. I've talked about this critical area, right? This 1 hour moving average. So why is this significant? Well, every single time ever since January 6th, right? Since the market has been indicating signs of an uptrend, we've been making higher highs and higher lows. And when you look at QQQ, which is the NASDAQ ETF, right? It follows the NASDAQ market 1 for 1. We've been making higher highs and higher lows above this moving average, but recently we've been pulling on back. So I've been watching this very carefully, because I was like, okay, well, if we begin to make lower highs below the moving average, I'm going to want to short the market today. But if we break above and hold above the moving average and the EMA, I'm going to want to go long. And that's what really motivated me to really step on the gas when we broke above that 1 hour moving average. I just like to explain why I do what I do. I don't need you to agree with me, but I think most importantly to learn as a trader is, you learn nothing by seeing, oh, I made $25,000 today. That means nothing to you, because you gain nothing from that, right? I can show you my profits, but that should just really be viewed as motivation. I trade with over $400,000 to put things into perspective. But what's the biggest value out of this whole breakdown? It's the why. Why and how did I prepare to make this money or to take that trade? And I just explained it to you, right? So we waited for the break above the moving average. We waited for direction to be more clear. We knew that we were at a critical point, but when we got that confirmation, I stepped on the gas and I went from just the $100,000 position size all the way up to over $450,000. And I'm very grateful that I did, and I locked in profits right away. And all of this was made sure that it was caught within our LPP session, as well as I kept them up to date when I was adding more to my position and when I was reducing my position size. One of the last things that I wanted to share with you is, I don't know if you've ever made this mistake yourself, but sometimes I begin to ask myself, why do I still have an open position if there's no more progress? Meaning that you can see for the past couple of minutes, right, or for really the past hour, we've been trading at around $25 a share. And yes, it's hit highs of $25.10. And in a perfect world, yes, I want to buy at the lowest points and I want to sell at the highest points, but I'm not a perfect trader. No one is, right? And one thing that I often catch myself doing is, okay, well, how much more am I trying to make? 10, 15 cents, right? I'm trying to make an additional 15 cents per share. Sure, that's great. But what is my downside risk? Okay, well, right now we're trading at around $25, and it has the potential to pull back to a breakout pattern of the moving average of $24.15. So you're saying that to make 15 cents, I'm willing to risk, right? What is that? If we're talking about that, that's going to be 85 cents. That's not worth it. It's once you kind of like humanize the trade and you kind of like, spell it out for yourself, it becomes very apparent that it's like, okay, we're overbought. We haven't been making much progress. My upside potential does not outweigh my downside risk. And tomorrow is the CPI data report. And I definitely do not want to bag hold during that time, right? So guess what I did? I locked in profits early, right? I would rather be someone that locks in profits early, especially knowing what's to come tomorrow, 1 hour before the market opens, than to hope that this thing continues to rally so I can make an additional 15 cents that really isn't going to matter 5 or 10 years from now. What do you think is going to be more important? If you build a healthy habit of locking in profits when there's no more signs of progress, or trying to squeeze out every nickel and dime off of every trade, right? More often than not, you'll get caught on the wrong side of that trade. You end up bag holding, and that's a worse position to be in, right? Because that's going to make you feel very discouraged and no longer wanting to do this. You're going to feel like the market's against you, but no, it's really just your inability to accept that, hey, there's no more progress, or the progress is beginning to slow down. Any open position is a position that's open to risk, and it's in my best interest to probably close it out in respect to what's to come tomorrow. It's being kind of like just mature about what's currently happening. It's absolutely an amazing day. We hit nearly 5% on the day for TQQQ, and I'm very happy and very grateful that I was able to walk away with 25K on the day. And just so you could see, I do not have an open position on SQQQ. I just have my one lucky share. Didn't trade this thing at all today. I just wanted to make sure that, I'm showing you both sides of it, right? Grateful for how today played out, and I'm very excited to prepare for the CPI data report tomorrow. And again, make sure you get this video to over 2,000 likes. I'm thinking of making another video later today talking about how you can prepare based off of market expectation for tomorrow's CPI data report. So again, if you'd like to see that, all we literally ask you to do is drop a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. So you heard me talk about them in this video. It's my Learn Plan Profit group. It's the only group that I work with on a closer basis. If you want the ability to watch me trade live every day, you get to see my entries, you get to see my exits, but most importantly, you get to hear my thought process on my green days and even on my horrible red days. You get to see it all happen live. I think that's one of the biggest value pieces is if you're really thinking of doing this every day, then why not be able to watch someone do this every day, right? And be a part of a team. So for Learn Plan Profit 2.0, which is the second link in the description down below, it's $150 off, which is our biggest sale that we offer. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and you get access to our A to Z video lesson library designed for complete beginners, our daily live trading sessions, our private group chat, and access to our TechBits HQ. Like I said, it's a one-time payment, lifetime access. So if you're really thinking of wanting to get into this market, instead of just watching or trying to get updates on people's positions, imagine actually being able to see someone trade live every day. It's a completely different experience. So again, we'd love to have you as a part of the team, if and only if, right, you see value in what it is that we provide here. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. I hope to see you guys tomorrow for that CPI data report. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.